News leader. This is ABC 3340 News at 10.
A student can accuse you very easily, and it can escalate to the point where it did with my case very quickly.
Charges are dismissed against a Pelham High School assistant principal accused of having sex with a student under 19. Tonight, Catherine Bell spoke exclusively with ABC 3340. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Dave Beard.
And I'm Sarah Snyder in for Brenda LeDunn. Now that the charges are dropped, Catherine Bell is fighting a new battle, hoping to clear her name and get her job back. This afternoon, Bell sat down for a one-on-one interview with ABC 3340, 1 year to the date after she was arrested.
It's been a nightmare for the past year.
A history teacher and softball coach turned assistant principal. In 8 years, Catherine Bell quickly climbed the ranks of the education ladder.
I've never had a scratch on my record.
A school rumor changed everything. Her mugshot was all over the media.
I loved doing what I did. And the fact that that's been taken away from me hurts beyond belief. And to wake up and have all that taken away and gone, and have people say the things that they said about me that were not true, and to have people turn their back on you really hurt.
Police followed protocol, but her attorney says even with evidence of Bell's innocence, the reports were out and the damage done. In fact, he challenges whether the new state statutes are constitutional and puts teachers at risk based on a rumor.
We don't know where it came from because it wasn't true. But there's a report that the student exposed himself and grabbed her breast. Now, if that was true, the student committed those acts, but she was the criminal.
The main thing I just want to say is to warn teachers that with this new statute, they need to be very careful of when they put themselves, one-on-one with a student.
The accuser has since recanted. Bell lost her job, her house, and with the charges pending, she couldn't find anyone else willing to hire her. Bell's hope now is to regain her license and return to a job in education.
Nobody's in support of teacher inappropriate conduct. We're worried about the severe consequences of being falsely accused in this arena.
This can happen to you. Like I said, I have a perfect record. I've never done anything wrong. And just the fact that, you can have a student come forward and make an accusation that could damage you for the rest of your life.
The case has been dismissed with prejudice. It cannot go back to court.
A University of Alabama student accused of sending a threatening message no longer faces charges. A judge dismissed the case against Dakota Tim. Tim says the text that he sent during a campus-wide lockdown in September was a joke, and he did not post the original terrorist threat online.
It was just a joke to a friend. She knew immediately after it was sent that it was a joke, but someone else went ahead and took the joke and made it look like it was a real threat.
Police are still searching for the person who posted the original message, which warned retribution against those who discriminate against minorities.
Happening right now, Birmingham police are searching for a murder suspect. It happened on 31st Avenue North. Police say when they arrived at the scene, they found a man with gunshot wounds. Witnesses told police that the victim got into an argument with another man. The suspect shot him several times. Then the victim died.
The individual that's responsible for the shooting, officers are looking for him, and he's still supposed to be in the area at this time. It's the early part of the investigation. Investigators are really working on every lead that we have here.
Again, police are searching for the suspect. So far, no arrests have been made.
Well, Tuscaloosa police do not suspect foul play in the investigation of a body found inside a burning van. The van and the body were discovered Thursday near Camp Cherry Austin Road in Brookwood. Police are still trying to figure out if it was an accident. The identity of the victim has not officially been determined. The crash scene is all clear now on Interstate 2059 in Birmingham, but rush hour traffic was a mess. An 18-wheeler traveling in the eastbound lane crossed over into the westbound lane and struck a pickup truck. The driver of the pickup truck was killed.
A security contractor is being accused of stealing from the people he was paid to protect. Realty South in Mountain Brook was paying James Merkerson to secure their parking lot. but then they say more than $7,000 of their money went missing. Murkerson has been charged with burglary and theft of property. Realty South employees were donating the $7,000 to a fellow employee who was battling cancer. A Birmingham man accused of breaking into a home and leaving his car at the scene has been arrested. Police found Derek Dwayne Pennington's wallet inside the supposed getaway car. Pennington confessed to robbing a home on Doug Hollow Road near Clay. He's been charged with first-degree burglary and second-degree robbery. Police are searching for the second suspect.
A lawsuit against Nick Saban's daughter will go forward. That lawsuit claimed that Christian Saban beat up her sorority sister after a night of heavy drinking back in August of 2010. A Tuscaloosa judge dismissed the lawsuit in March. The judge ruled that Saban was only trying to defend herself. But the Alabama Supreme Court reinstated the case. The justices say that there is enough of a dispute about what happened for that case to move forward.
A Pelham man who brought his gun to the polls could get an award for his actions. The Tennessee Committee for the Bill of Rights nominated Robert Kennedy Jr. for the award. The gun right activist carried a gun to Pelham First Baptist Church in November when he went to vote. A sign was posted outside that said firearms were prohibited. Police arrested Kennedy at the scene. A plan to increase the graduation rate in Alabama's public schools seems to be working. The class of 2014 had an 86% graduation rate. That's up 72% from 2011. State Superintendent Dr. Tommy Bice says he's excited about the numbers.
Over 3 years, we've seen a 13% increase in the number of students graduating from high school, which opens doors for them that they would not have had otherwise.
Standardized test results are in for Alabama's 8th graders. Many of them did not meet the standard for math and reading.
That's right. The ACT Aspire assessments results were announced Thursday. Only 29% of 8th graders were considered ready or exceeding math standards. 48% were ready or exceeding reading standards. The rest were classified as close to meeting standards or in need of support. State Superintendent Tommy Bice says that the low scores do not mean that student performance is slipping. Rather, previous expectations were too low. Well, more than 20 elementary and middle school teachers in Tuscaloosa were honored today. The event was put together by Nick's Kids. That's the nonprofit created by Bama head coach Nick Saban and his wife Terry. Martha Cook and 22 other school teachers received $500 gift cards. Cook also received a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I was very surprised by receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. I have had a lifetime of Rise, and it just seemed like not even a job. It seemed like just part of my life and what I do.
Cook is retiring after 40 years at Rise. The school serves children with disabilities who are under 6 years of age.
A Mountain Brook High School student lost both of his legs at the age of 4, but that certainly hasn't slowed him down. Ward Webb shared his story with students at Hueytown Middle School this morning. Both of Webb's legs were amputated after an electrical accident. His mother, Marion Webb, says he still plays football, soccer, and basketball.
Ward has he has encountered more mountains than most of us will ever see in our entire lives, and he's gotten to the top of every one of them. They can do whatever they want to do. They can overcome obstacles. They can learn to say no when situations are not appropriate.
Ward Webb plans to attend Alabama in the fall. Well, still to come, a shooting near a high school campus in Oregon leaves 3 students injured.
Plus, a shooting in Ohio over a toy gun has been ruled a homicide. Find out what apparently went wrong.
I'm James Spann, back in the Weather Center. Temperatures near the freezing mark in parts of North Alabama tonight. We have 32 now for Jasper and Coleman. Gadsden below freezing at 30, Anniston 32, Birmingham coming in at 36. Let's go to our Skycam network. This is the HD Skycam on top of DCH Regional Medical Center in Tuscaloosa. The sky clear. They've got 44 degrees. What about that weekend forecast? All the weather is coming up next, so stay with us.